let's get started in standing mountain pose, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, so taking a few moments to settle into the space, our bodies and our breath, to draw our attention to this present moment, and to start creating some headspace, taking a few deep breaths in through the nose and sighing it out through the mouth. Eyes open, gazing down or closed. Noticing the muscles in our faces soften. A little bit of stillness coming to the body and the breath. And we run through a body scan from head to toe to get a sense of the mood and the energy of the body, areas of lightness and areas of heaviness. Congratulating ourselves for coming to the mat today, for moving mountains to get here in order to make this time for ourselves. Bringing our awareness back to the space around us, we'll sweep our arms up over our head, inhaling. Perhaps opening our feet a little wider, exhaling through a Malasana squat. Inhaling to forward fold. Exhale, we roll up, stacking the vertebrae, shoulders and head. Then we repeat the sequence, inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, sinking through our squat. Inhaling, forward fold. And we exhale, rolling ourselves up gently. Running through the sequence to the rhythm of our breath, slowly gaining flexibility and fluidity. Enjoying the pauses at the top and the bottom of our breath. Noticing the heat we're starting to generate. Let's roll through one more. Resetting with our hands to heart center. Deep breath in through the nose. Then we sigh it out through the mouth. We'll come to the back of our mat. And we'll walk ourselves out to a plank and walk back into standing mountain. So forward fold, walking our hands out, coming to our plank with our hands under our chest. Torso is parallel to the floor. We lift our hips up and back. We walk ourselves back into our forward fold. We walk out, plank, and we walk in, forward fold. Making the practice what we need it to be. We come to standing at any time if that's desired. Or we continue to work our wrists, our shoulders, our upper body, and through the back of the legs. Keeping the abdomen engaged. Let's do one more. And we'll stay in our plank this last time down. Widening our feet a little bit wider than hip width, and we'll shoulder tap left to right, shifting our weight, feeling the abdomen engage. Continuing to warm the upper body. Feeling the abdomen as we shift our weight. As still as we can be for 3, 2, 1 more on each side. And we walk ourselves back in, and we'll roll ourselves up to our standing mountain pose. Inhaling, reaching up over the head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Deep breath in through the nose. And we sigh it out through the mouth. Inhale, we'll reach our arms up, coming to the center of our mat. And we'll lift our knees. Gently rotating our torso, bringing our elbows to the side of the knee. We can travel, changing our perspective, changing our patterns. We could even add a hop if that feels like what we need to do with our energy right now. And we'll meet up in the center. We'll get one arm up and we'll crunch it in. Right, right, or left, left. Tapping the foot back down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, we crunch. Three, 2, 1. We'll switch sides. Woo! Feel the burn. Building our stability. Some resilience. And mental clarity. Three, 2, last one. Good, and let's come into our squat, and we'll sweep our arms around. Inhaling up, exhale, bringing the arms parallel to the floor. Our range of motion, our speed. Flat back, sticking the booty out. Last one. And we'll switch directions. Inhaling back and around. Enjoying those pauses. Feeling the shoulders. Beautiful. Three more. We come back to standing. Hands to heart center, side out. Feel the vibrations running through our body. Feel our heartbeats. And we'll step into lateral lunges. So with our right leg lifted, inhaling, we'll step out to a lateral lunge. Inhale to standing. Exhale, lateral lunge. Find our fluid movement, our range of motion. Perhaps we bring our hands to our hips. We keep them at the center. Just moving intuitively. Letting the body tell us. Finding our breath with our rhythm. Enjoying the pauses. Working our stability all the time. One more. And we'll come into a reverse curtsy here, same leg. Inhale to standing, exhale, reverse curtsy. Finding our stability. Three more. Now we come to standing and we tree pose, bringing that foot in, sighing it out, finding our stability, somewhere to gaze at, smiles on our faces. Softness in our arms and our shoulders. The glutes are squeezed, and we're actively drawing the upper knee back, feeling the grounding of our foot on the mat, just being aware of our physical sensations, our body posture, and our breath. Beautiful, releasing out of this. Let's give it a little shake. Shake it around, bounce it around. Before we do the other side, kicking the feet, shaking the hands. All right, and we'll come back to center. Finding our feet back under our hips, and we'll change sides. So left leg now comes up to standing, and we step out to our lateral lunge. Finding our breath. Finding the placement for our hands and our arms. Our rhythm. Noticing the stability that we're developing. Three more. back to center. Enjoying that pause, and then we step into a reverse curtsy. Leg comes high, reverse curtsy. Three more. Two. Last one. Good. And we come into our tree pose. Wherever the foot connects or helping it along the way. Sighing it out. And we find the placement for our arms wherever they go naturally. Somewhere to gaze at, finding our stability and our calm inner strength. Feeling the knee actively drawn back, the glutes engaged, and we are tall. We release out of this, and we can shake it out. Giving it a little twist, a shake, a bounce, whatever feels good. Move the energy. And then we'll come back and do some more squats. Perhaps we grab a sip of water. All right, so the squats this time. We'll reach up and we'll come up on our toes. So inhaling, reaching up on our toes, exhaling through squat. Inhaling, finding our stability at the top. Working the front of our feet, the back of our legs, the calves. Two more here. Good, and we're going to shuffle left to right. So picking up the feet, our speed, we walk or we shuffle. Our squat left to right, staying as low as we can. Perhaps we get the arms moving. Again, whatever feels intuitive. Last time, side to side. We come back to center. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Sigh it out. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. We step into a wide squat. And we'll do the same. Inhaling up on the toes. Exhale, sinking through our squat. Inhaling up on the toes. Exhale, sinking through. As possible, perhaps we only lift one heel. We enjoy that pause at the top. 3 more. One more. And we'll hold our squat at the bottom and we'll pulse. Nice and tall. Shake up the shoulders. Pulsing here. Feeling the tailbone tucked underneath us. The abdomen is engaged. We're nice and tall. Good, and we'll come to standing. Inhale back down. And we'll bring our hands in towards our inner thighs. And we'll lower our shoulders, left to right. Inhale through center. Exhale, we lower. Inhale through center. Exhale, we lower. Feeling the expansion of our pauses, perhaps adding a gentle twist, pushing the knee away. Again, whatever expression of the pose suits us. One more on each side. We come back to our squat. We're going to open our legs a little wider and shift our legs left to right. So coming through our lunges. Perhaps we lift our toes, adding our way into a skandasana, our speed. Staying high to start. One more on each side. And then we'll pause on whichever side we're on, coming as low as we can go. Pausing into this pose. Toes are pointed out. We're stretching through the inner thigh, down through the calf muscle, into the lower back. And we inhale, pushing ourselves up through center. We come over to the other side, lifting those toes, sinking down into our hips. Beautiful. Great, we're going to come into all fours. So making our way down. Hands underneath the shoulders and chest, knees under the hips, shifting our weight left to right, just to settle in. And we'll curl our toes underneath our shins. We'll lift our knees off the ground, and we come into a bear pose, hovering the knees about 1 inch or 2 off the ground. And once again, we'll run through our shoulder taps left to right. Stabilizing with the abdomen, feeling the core engaged. Lighting up the legs as we lower those knees closer to the earth, engaging the abdomen as the knees lift a little higher. For 3, 2, 1 more each side, and we'll kick out, kicking one leg out, lifting the opposite hand off the ground. Yes, curling back into our bear, left to right. Kicking out, lifting the hand. Stabilizing in the center. Keeping as tight as we can. Yes, finding that bear. One more on each side, balancing it out. And we come all the way down to our bear, and we lift our hips up and back, down dog. Stepping out, catching our breath, pedaling, shifting, finding stillness, sighing it out. Building resilience. Yum. And we'll lift our right leg off the earth. Single leg, down dog. Pushing the weight through the left leg. Feeling the yumminess all the way back down through the leg. Strengthen our upper body. Good. We'll bring the right knee across to the left elbow and extend back up, three-legged down dog. Inhale, knee to elbow. Exhale, extend back up. Gently crossing the knee underneath the body. Hugging the knee into the chest, using the abdomen to lift it. Three more. We bring the knee across the elbow. We come into our fallen star, pivoting, lifting our arm, keeping our leg high, extending it out front as possible. Bring it to earth as needed. 3, 2, 1. Hug that knee back into the chest. We pivot and we extend our right leg up. Three-legged down dog. Sigh it out. And we bring the right foot to the left. Pedaling, shifting, coming into child's pose as feels good on the body. Resetting here in between. Good, and when we're ready, we lift our left leg off the earth. Back in our down dog, pushing our weight through the right leg. Feeling that yummy stretch, the strength of our upper body. And on the inhale, we float into our plank. Left knee comes to right elbow, hugging it up. Exhale back into our down dog. Inhale, knee to elbow. Enjoying those pauses. Feeling the abdomen engaged. Shoulders are building. 3 more. And our last one, we come into our fallen star. Pivoting the right foot, lifting the right arm, extending the left leg or keeping it hugged into the chest, letting it come to the earth as needed. Holding here. 3, 2, 1. Bringing that left knee into the chest. Right hand comes to the earth. We extend back, 3-legged down dog. Sighing it out. And we bring our left foot to meet the right. Pedaling, twisting, rolling, finding intuitive movement, sighing it out. Lowering into child's pose when we're ready. Releasing some of the weight from our hands and our wrists. Rinsing out, rinsing the top of the feet, the hips, the lower back. And grabbing our sip of water as needed. You got it. Yum. Inhale, drawing ourselves forward. And with our knees on the ground, we shift our hips forward, shoulders come over our wrists. And we'll do some chaturanga press-ups here. So nice and tall on the torso, elbows come to the side of the body. And we lower so that the shoulder comes in alignment with the elbow. Abdomen is nice and tight. We're not lowering all the way to the ground. We're hovering a couple of inches off. Keeping the shoulders in alignment with the hips. Head is in alignment with the spine. Elbows are tight to the body. 3, 2, last one. Good, and we'll extend back into our child's pose. Yum. Sighing it out. And we'll come back through all fours, this time bringing our hands to the outer edges of the mat. Bringing our shoulders in alignment with the wrist. And again, we'll do a wide chaturanga, this time wide press up. Again, bringing the shoulders to the height of the elbows. Good control, pausing. Building that strength. Nice tall torso. Drawing the shoulder blades into the spine. 3, 2, 1 more. Beautiful. And we lift the hips and we push ourselves back into our child's pose. Sighing it out. Yum. Rinsing the wrists, rolling, pulsing, finding stillness as desired. Good. We bring ourselves back up, extending our hands, bringing our shoulders up over top. This time, we'll lift our left leg. So we bring our shoulders over our wrists. And we chaturanga. Elbow stays tight to the body. Left leg stays lifted. If that feels uncomfortable on the right knee, we can lower the left leg. Three. 2 more. Good. Finishing here. We're going to extend that left leg high. Inhaling, arching the lower back. And exhale, knee to nose, curling in. Inhale, extending back. Squeezing the glute. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale out, arching. Exhale, we curl, rounding into the spine. Feeling the lengthening of the neck. Two more. Last one. We bring our left knee down. We shift our weight left to right. Coming into child's pose, if that feels good on the wrists right now. Or maybe on the lower back. And again, grabbing that sip of water when and if desired. Sighing it out. Good. We come back into all fours. And again, we'll do our chaturanga press-ups, this time with the right leg extended. When we're ready, we lower the chest, keeping the elbows tight to the body. Seeing if we can keep a nice straight line from our shoulders through our foot, moving everything together. Beautiful. Chin towards the earth. Head is in alignment with the spine. And we squeeze those triceps at the top. Three more. Glute is nice and tight. Strength along the back side of our body. Beautiful. Inhaling, we extend that right leg up, arching the lower back, gazing up. Exhale, we bring our knee to our nose, curling our head in. Inhale, we extend up, arching the lower back. Exhale, we curl in. Finding our movement with our breath. Three more. Good, last one. And we bring our right knee back to the earth. We shift our weight left to right. Coming into a child's pose. Releasing the weight from our wrists. Rounding into the lower back. And resetting. Rolling ourselves up gently, stacking the vertebrae, shoulders and head. And we'll extend our legs out in front of us. We'll come down onto the mat and we'll finish off with some abdominal work. Always strengthening our core. So lowering ourselves down, extending our arms as we do. Lowering the vertebrae, shoulder blades and head. And allowing the lower back to assume its natural curve. Bringing our feet to the outer edges of the mat. Feeling the contact our body makes here on the mat. Sighing it out. We'll start with a gentle windshield wiper of the legs left to right. Extending our arms out in a T. One more on each side. We'll balance it out. And we'll bring our knees into the center, lifting them to 90 degrees, keeping our arms in a T, and we'll slowly lower left to right. Tick-tocking the legs, keeping our shoulder blades glued to the mat. We only go as far as the body allows without peeling off the mat. Keeping an awareness on the abdomen, strengthening the core. Always finding something different to challenge ourselves. Keeping the body guessing, creating new neural pathways. And new muscle fibers. Noticing our point of extension, that outer edge, where we pause and build. One more on each side, balancing it out. And we bring our knees to center. We extend our legs up over our hips, giving it a nice stretch through the back of the legs. Heels up, toes down. Pulse, hug, whatever feels good here. And then we'll point the feet and we'll flutter the legs. Maybe about a foot fluttering forward and back. Maybe we lower and we lift the legs. We can keep our hands under our hips, lowering, lifting, fluttering forward and back. Working those small little fibers in our lower abs. And now we'll go left to right. So coming back over our hips, left to right. We can also lower and lift the legs, our range of motion. Having fun with it. Feeling the inner thighs, feeling the abdomen. And we'll release, bringing the knees into the chest, hugging it in, rounding into the lower back. Feeling the front of the legs, the hip flexors, wiggling the feet. Finding those intuitive movements. From here, we'll work our way into our yogi bicycles, nice and slow. So we come to center, legs are at 90, knees are stacked over our hips. We extend our right leg, we cross our right arm. Inhaling through center, extend the opposite leg, cross the arm. Inhale to center, slow and steady, building those muscles. Finding our way back to the center, stabilizing. Two more on each side. Maybe starting to feel a little bit of trembling. Those are the muscles building through our weakness. Inhaling to center and hugging it in. Rocking, pulsing, or finding stillness. We sigh it out. Good. And we'll bring our feet to the earth, hip width apart. We'll flow through some hip bridges. Inhaling, reaching our arms up over our head. Exhale, we lift the hips, we sweep our arms alongside the body, stacking our knees over our ankles. Inhale, we lower the hips, lifting our arms over our head. Exhale, we sweep our arms down, lifting our hips, stacking the knees. Glutes are engaged. Finding our flow, inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, lifting the hips. Enjoying those pauses where we find stillness and strength. Maintaining our presence with our breath. Steady in and out through the nose. Let's do 3 more. Slowing down the breath, slowing our movements. And this time we'll hug our knees into our chest, rounding our chin to our chest, rocking, pulsing, or finding stillness, micro movements here in our hug. And we'll release into a Shavasana, extending our legs long on the mat, bringing our arms alongside the body or on our abdomen. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, sighing it out through the mouth. Feeling the contact our body makes on the earth below. As as we run through a body scan from head to toe, getting a sense of how the mood and energy may have changed from the beginning of our practice. Noticing those areas of lightness, of vitality, space and strength. Taking a moment here to set an intention for the hours and days ahead. Bringing curiosity into every interaction. And releasing that sense of judgment or expectation as to how we might behave, how others might behave. With compassion and kindness, trusting that we are all doing our best all the time. Accepting differences is just that. And working to find a middle ground. When we're ready, we can inhale, bringing our knees into our chest, finding final micro movements, and then rolling over and pushing ourselves out back into an easy seated pose, coming back to the space around us, bringing our hands to heart center, thanking our bodies for enabling us to move, to build stability and strength. And once again, celebrating getting to the mat today to create some mental clarity and headspace. I thank you for joining me and wish you a beautiful continuation. Namaste.